The 16th branch of Megamart and Macromart supermarkets in Bahrain has opened in Sahala. The best offers are available to the customers at affordable rates. Everyone is welcome. During and around the opening day, a variety of fish including salmon, meat and dairy products, roastery, frozen items, food and non-food items, groceries, fruits and vegetables, electronics, garments and ready-to-eat food items are available to the customers at affordable rates. Hearty welcome to all. Megamart and Macromart, your favorite shopping destination.
The exclusive franchisee of Cochin Kala Bhavan in Bahrain, with over a decade of existence in Bahrain. Exclusive online regular classes have started for classical dances, music vocal, instrumental music, cinematic dance, Kathak, Zumba body fitness, karate and yoga, drawing, arts and craft, children's theatre. For more information, please call 3909 6845 3909 4806 3885 2397 or visit www.bahrainmediacity.com. Since 2006, Magnum Imprint have been offering high standards of quality with our professional team that delivers all your advertising and promotional requirements efficiently and promptly. For more details, please contact 39887088 or 33856330 or 33542530.
A medical doctor with rich and varied experience in senior level hospital management. A hodophile who loves countrysides. One who is optimistic about Bahrain's healthcare scenario post-pandemic. Dr. Ravi Preet Singh, Chief Executive and Chief Operations Officer, Salam Specialist Hospital, Bahrain. Dr. Singh, who has been in Bahrain for the last 12 years, comes with 22 years of experience in hospital and healthcare management, both in clinical and non-clinical operations, with renowned groups in India, Europe, Bhutan, Malaysia, UAE, Bahrain, Myanmar, Nigeria, and Thailand. His expertise is in hospital operations, clinical governance, change management operations, clinical ramp-up and restructuring, developing and managing centers of excellence, P&L and financial planning, business development, handling both greenfield and brownfield projects, corporate and clinical governance, clinical excellence, performance enhancing and optimizing performance, upgrading, adding clinical services, doctors engagement, management and trainings, vendor management, public-private partnerships, and negotiating with donor agencies, financial institutes, and capacity building for the clinical and paraclinical staff. Qualified from India and Germany, Dr. Singh is a certified auditor for ISO systems, an assessor for National Accreditation Board for Hospitals and Healthcare Providers, the Quality Council of India, and trained in the Joint Commission International and the Australian Council on Healthcare Standards, and a green belt in Six Sigma. Hailing from city beautiful Chandigarh in India, Dr. Singh lives in Sanabis with his wife, Dr. Gurpreet Singh, a senior general dental surgeon and sports dentist. The couple has two sons, Arshpreet Singh and Avneet Singh. Joining us this evening on Biztalk from BMC Global Live, a show which features success stories of business leaders. It is Dr. Ravi Preet Singh, Chief Executive and Chief Operations Officer, Salam Specialist Hospital, Bahrain. A healthcare professional with over 2 decades of expertise. A man who has mastered the art of tackling defects and reducing errors statistically. With us tonight on Biztalk from BMC Global Live, a show which features success stories of business leaders. It is Dr. Ravi Preet Singh, Chief Executive Officer, Salam Specialist Hospital, Bahrain. Good evening, Dr. Ravi.
Good evening.
To the show.
Thank you very much. Thank you for giving me this opportunity.
Thank you for making yourself present this evening. It's indeed an honor.
Yes, thank you very much.
So on this chat, let me begin with this question. You're a part of the robust private healthcare sector of Bahrain.
Yes.
Let us have your insights on this scenario, please.
See, healthcare in Bahrain has been evolving a lot in the last 1 decade, in fact. I have been here in Bahrain for the last 12 years and I have seen how healthcare is developing so fast. In fact, I have been involved in 2 major projects with Royal Bahrain and Middle East Hospital. So it's good, it's evolving. There is a lot of scope further for involvement, and it's good for the community, it's good for the residents that they can now access quality healthcare, and we are proud to say that Salam has taken the lead to be one of the leading healthcare providers, not only in Bahrain but in the region going forward. And healthcare as such, even though Bahrain is very small, but there is a lot of scope for further development, and especially in certain areas like tertiary care treatment, like for example kidney transplant. So there is a lot of scope, and we hope in the coming few years we will further see more healthcare providers coming in and taking the healthcare to a totally different higher level.
Yes, you very beautifully led me into my next question. Of course, you've been part of other private care brands that have already been in the market, and Salam perhaps the latest in the list. How do you place Salam in the map of Bahrain's private healthcare center?
Salam is unique in a way that it is one of the only custom built hospital with a proper planned and designed to be a hospital and built as a hospital. Al Salam has another privileges that it has one of the best clinical teams of local expertise, of local medical people, local doctors who have joined us, which are backed by state of art technology, state of art services, clinical services, and there is a definite lot of interest by the investors to make an impact, not only in Bahrain like I said earlier, but in the region. So Al Salam is having a unique thing, which is that it is one of the only, if you can call it, fully Bahrain hospital, and the promoters and everyone are totally keen on insisting that it goes to a next level.
Right. And when was the hospital opened?
It is almost 4 years now. When it
Okay,
has
so I'm right. Soon it was opened, we had the pandemic,
yes.
isn't it? Why don't you reflect on the challenges at that time, especially with a new hospital in place and you were settling down and announcing, isn't it? That's when the pandemic set in. How did you adapt yourself to the challenge?
See, this pandemic is one thing which has affected the healthcare the most.
Yes.
And we have learnt a lot. With the pandemic, there is a lot of technological advances where we have realized that telemedicine, for example, is going to play a big role. Artificial intelligence is coming in a big way, where patients sitting at home can access the consultation or the advice from a doctor or the treatment from doctor. So going that way, people have also realized in a way that health is important. Initially, where they were not so sort of ignoring the health, now they are taking the health much more seriously, and it has also taught healthcare that they has to be ready for some days, because it actually took healthcare by surprise.
Yes. For that matter,
but
all the fields
all
were
of the
surprised, but especially healthcare.
Especially healthcare, it really affected, and initially many hospitals were not sure how to do, but fortunately in Bahrain, with the well guidance of National Health, NHRA, we were able to tackle it quite frequently and successfully and come up with it. Going forward, the healthcare is going to change. It will be much more of technology driven, where there is lesser of patient-doctor interaction, and also patients were afraid of coming to hospital because they don't know they will get infections, and we as providers were also not very keen on patients coming, because definitely there is a scope for getting infections much more. So we are still learning, because it's too premature to say how much effect it will eventually have, but this is what we have facing now.
Right. And Doctor, you just now said about the Al Salam hospital, the first perhaps ever you said, the custom-made hospital. Why don't you tell our audience a little more about the plus of Al Salam hospitals, especially in Bahrain scenario, which faces a very healthy competition of private health sector. We have an array of providers, isn't it? So where do you place, or what are the strengths of Al Salam specialists?
See, Al Salam's strength is that they are fully equipped, and it's using state-of-art technology, latest equipments, and plus which are supported by, like I always say, it's the man behind the machine which is more important than you may have the best machine, but if the person who is operating is not well equipped. We are proud to say that we have the best clinical team in the region, and we have picked up the best possible clinical teams from the local talent, which includes Salmania hospitals, BDF hospitals. The leading practitioners are with us, and we are going, given we are promoting them, and they are like of taking that to a different plane altogether. So I would say the best strength is our clinical services, which is backed by state-of-art technology, and our services profile, which is a unique in our way.
Yes. Located in Sanad is the Al Salam Specialist Hospital, and tonight with us is the Chief Executive and Chief Operating Officer, Dr. Ravi Preet Singh on Biztalk. Let's take a short break. Welcome back to Biztalk from BMC Global Live, and with me this evening is Dr. Ravi Preet Singh, Chief Executive Officer, Salam Hospital. Dr. Ravi, tell us which part of the population in Bahrain does Salam cater to?
See, we are open for all. We don't target anything, but we are targeting the residents of Bahrain currently.
Okay.
Whoever is a resident of Bahrain is welcome to come and take the services. We don't differentiate much in, sorry to say, financial conditions, but definitely being local, our emphasis, our target or our what do you call, the main location is Bahrainis, and then all, but we do not discriminate in anyone, and it's open for all. So,
and I think you have quite a lot of the regional population also.
Oh yes,
isn't it?
Yes, we
the neighboring GCC.
Yes, GCC. We have a lot of Saudis coming. Saudi Arabia. We have people coming from Kuwait. Even we had some patients from Oman.
Okay.
So they are doing it on a regional basis, and so we don't target anyone in particular, but of course.
And I think you also very often have visiting specialists.
Oh yes, we have
in certain specialities.
Yes. We have visiting specialists in cancer surgeries who comes from Germany. We have visiting orthopedic surgeons from Germany, especially for joints and other limbs. We do have gynecologist who is coming from Germany. We are also tying up with some healthcare organizations from other parts like India and Singapore to come and operate us, and expertise. It's basically a sharing of knowledge and utilization of services, where we believe that if they come, so people who cannot actually travel to that part of the world can get the same high quality or the unique treatment here sitting at home. So that's what our target is. So it's basically, if you can't go, we bring them here, so to give the.
And so the procedure is routine. They can reach out. You would be announcing, and they can call you and fix an appointment, isn't it?
Yes.
But tell me about the affordability aspect, Dr. Ravi. Like, how affordable are these specialists to?
See, affordability is a very sensitive question which you have asked. I can only say that it's value for services. What you will give, what we charge is the best we can offer to our patients. So, see, our promoters and our investors are more focused on providing the services than to make profit. Yes, I won't say we are not for profit, we are for profit, but that is not the idea. The idea is to provide health care at an affordable cost to the people who need health care resources, and be more on a we focus more on the medical services than on the financials, because that's what the promoters also say, that please make sure your reputation is more of giving the services than to just making money.
That's right.
Yeah.
Any expansion plans for these?
As of now, no, but we have expansions planned for the next financial year. At this moment, we are trying to focus and consolidate the local the operations at Salam Hospital. We do have plans to expand to other parts of Bahrain as the peripheries and outreach clinics. But as of now, no, we are focusing to strengthen the operations locally.
All right. Would you like to reflect on the CSR policies of Salam, being part of, such as I said, the robust private healthcare sector, and the pandemic teaching us lessons that we need to reach the wider humanity in ways that are different and unprecedented? What are the CSR policies of Salam?
You asked a very interesting question, because this is one of the things which we focus a lot on, to make healthcare service to the people who actually need. We are virtually engaged with all the non-government organizations, NGOs who are doing social work in and around Bahrain. For example, Al-Hakma and other societies for old age. We are dealing with ladies who can't afford. We are dealing with children's society, underprivileged children. We are also underdeveloped children. We are part of Royal Humanitarian Society Foundation here. even with the others, Al-Akma and Sheikha's Foundation, we are all part of that. Especially this month in October is the breast cancer.
Yeah, the breast cancer.
We are doing extensive campaign with Bahrain Cancer Society
Okay.
to promote at all with Ministry of Interior, and with their support we are going to all the ministries and other way they cannot actually come to us because for whatever reasons. So we go to them to make sure that we take our CSR very seriously.
Definitely, because every drop counts, you know, when it comes to this aspect of any corporate for that matter.
Absolutely.
And we are glad that Al Salam too is joining hands. How do you look at the post-pandemic scenario of the healthcare segment?
Post-pandemic, like I told earlier, that
Yes, you said it's very positive and bright, but then can you be a little more specific?
again, it will be more of a technology driven.
Yes.
It will be, we'll have to see a lot of innovations coming in the way of artificial intelligence, where we are planning to focus a lot on home care services, where patients need not come to the hospital because of the various obvious reasons. We don't want to get them exposed, but we give to their homes to provide services. So we are working on a plan. We develop a proper home care service department, or some plan to have it in future. People have been more conscious now. People who were not initially taking the health seriously, for example, people were, they were sort of neglecting their health. Now they have realized that health insurance is important. It's important to have health insurance. It's important that you have coverage for your health, because you never know what can go wrong. So there is a lot of lessons for us. We have to be ready for any eventuality of such sort, so that we are not taken by surprise. And also a lot of as a healthcare provider, there is a lot of emphasis now on if you can call it infection control protocols are much more stricter, rigid. We take universal precautions much more seriously for treating patients, because we know it can spread like fire.
Well, that's quite a bit of information into what the hospital, Al Salam Specialist Hospital, is putting in. Much value added to Bahrain's private healthcare center. And with us tonight on Biztalk from BMC Global Live, it is Dr. Ravi Preet Singh, its Chief Executive Officer. Let's take a short break. Welcome back once again to Biztalk from BMC Global Live, and with me tonight is Al Salam Specialist Hospital Chief Executive and Chief Operating Officer, Dr. Ravi Preet Singh. Doctor, we have been discussing about the hospital and your role as a CEO, as a healthcare professional. Interestingly, on your CV, I spotted that you're a green belt on Six Sigma.
Yeah.
Why don't you explain that for us?
See, healthcare is a lot of process-driven organization, and errors are something which we can't afford in healthcare.
Yes.
To reduce error, it's very important to simple errors can be simple or major, but simple things like waiting time, which can lead to a lot of dissatisfaction, to major errors like wrong diagnosis, long treatment, which could have a major implications on the care, medical care. So Six Sigma I try to implement to make sure that errors are minimized, defects are minimized, so that they can be more of a process is more robust, and to reduce, like Six Sigma focuses on reducing errors. So it has played a major role in certain services, like for example dialysis, where in other surgery, operation theatre. So we do have implemented Six Sigma, and we take Six Sigma to basically focus on reducing the errors and making sure that the mistakes or the defects, I won't say mistake, but the defects, because Six Sigma calls it defects.
Defects, yes.
So defects are minimized to the level that patient life does not suffer, because your first error could be the last error for the patient.
Yes.
So there's one error enough to affect a person's whole life. So it's very important that we are error free or defect free. So our emphasis is, even at Al Salam Hospital, is to make sure that we are error and defect free hospital.
Okay, yeah, I think that should be the aim of every hospital. And do you think this training has helped you, or do you recommend this to the others in the field, the Six Sigma training?
Yes, absolutely, because again, like I said, this is one of the fields in which errors has to be minimized. I won't say you can reach zero errors, which is not virtually possible, but I would say it should be tried to bring down to the minimum possible level. So being a process driven and organization and healthcare being in such a critical field where defects could be fatal, if you can call that. So it's good to have Six Sigma, and it is good for all organizations if they go for Six Sigma, and in order to reduce defects. It could be good for, it could improve your clinical outcomes, it could improve the patient's quality, patient service quality. So for that matter, they can go.
Right. How long have you been in Bahrain? I think you said 12 years,
12
right?
years plus.
Where were you prior? Is this your first Middle East stint, or you were elsewhere?
No, I was in Abu Dhabi, Alain. I was working, I was leading a hospital by the name NMC Groups in Alain.
How do you find Bahrain different from the UAE?
I find Bahrain is much more cool place.
Okay, yeah.
Compared to
Cool place with a warmth of its own, isn't it? Yes.
It's small, but modern, much more easygoing. The Bahrainis are much more, I must appreciate, they are much more easygoing people, and we feel at home in Bahrain
Indeed,
now.
indeed.
And the local facilities are available. The local, I would say, the governance is excellent and very helpful, approachable, which is important, and I feel quite at home at Bahrain.
Yeah. No doubt about that. And this question is not needed because your look says, where are you from? But then still, let me get into detail. Where in India are you from? Which part of Punjab are you from?
I'm basically from Chandigarh.
Okay,
but
city
now,
beautiful.
Yeah. Now settled in Delhi.
Okay.
And I did my medical from Punjab, Patiala.
Okay.
But I did my MBA from Delhi University. Then I did MPhil PhD from BITS Pilani.
Pilani, okay, interesting. Tell us more about your family, Dr. Ravi Preet Singh.
My parents are in Delhi. My father is an ex-army hospital. My wife is a dental surgeon.
Yes, Dr. Gurpreet Kaur.
Yes. She is practicing dental surgeon, and I've got two sons. Both are in US.
Okay.
The elder one just started his job.
Okay.
Just passed out the college, and he is working in artificial intelligence. He is making robots for physiotherapy.
Interesting.
Okay. So, and my younger son is doing his banking with majors in banking management, financial management.
So neither of them took after the parents. They did not come in the field. Okay.
We let them have their own
yes.
space and whatever makes them happy.
Yeah. Any personal goals in life?
I have worked all across, means I did try to go to areas which were difficult, if you can, for or the healthcare were not there. We have done some projects in places like Nigeria and Myanmar, where the healthcare is not as good. My vision is to take healthcare to the people who cannot or who lack accessibility to quality healthcare, and to make sure that people ask me, why did you go to Nigeria, why did you go to Myanmar, because I tell them I feel they need more of quality healthcare than here, because it's already available here. So my dream is to take healthcare to people who need actually, and who currently do not have accessibility, and to make healthcare accessible to as much as possible people around the world.
Do you have a role model in life?
My father.
Okay.
I look upon him, how he sacrificed his, I would say, personal things to make sure that children, me and my sister, get proper education, are grown up well, groomed well. He taught me the value of staying grounded all life, and how hard work pays off. Sincerity, being honest. Honesty I learned from my father, because being an army man, he was totally honest. So I look upon him for everything.
Great. What are your other interests in life? Hobbies, passions?
I love to
know
travel.
You're very busy.
No, I
You
love to travel.
Okay.
I love to see places, and I love to see off the screen places. I mean, not
Right.
regular places, but I like to see the countryside, if you can call it more,
Okay.
and visit places, see places, enjoy the local food. Means when you're in Rome, you should do as Romans.
Yes.
I believe so. I I love food, and I like to try the local cuisines and stay the way they are staying, and that's what my passion is, trying to travel.
Well, Dr. Ravi Preet Singh, happy Dussehra. Today happens to be Dussehra.
Thank you.
And with that, we come to the close of this chat. Can I have your wrapping comments, please?
Thank you for giving me this opportunity for being here. And healthcare in Bahrain is evolving very fast, and I'm sure there's a lot of scope for everyone in the market. And I'd like to thank National Health Regulatory Authority, NHRA, for being so helpful in that regard. And medical tourism is going to come up and they have opened up with the Ministry of Tourism is promoting now health tourism, medical tourism, and I'm part of that, and all the private hospitals are part of promoting Bahrain as a destination for medical tourism. So we hope going forward there is enough space, and we will be able to make Bahrain one of the leading healthcare providers. Also, I would like to thank Bahrain Media City, which are doing a fabulous job. I was just talking to them, and taking all these things to the society and the people, residents of Bahrain, to awareness sessions, and I have seen a lot of medical related thing which can help people who need advice on things. So they are doing a fabulous job, Bahrain Media City, and I wish them all the best.
Thank you very much.
Hope we'll keep in touch. And
definitely. Thank you very much, Dr. Singh.
Thank you.
A promise and pledge to Bahrain's private healthcare segment, Salam Specialist Hospital. This evening with us on Biztalk from BMC Global Live was the man behind the success of the accredited hospital in the country, Dr. Ravi Preet Singh. Until we meet next week with yet another guest, this is Raji Unnikrishnan signing off. Happy Dussehra. Good night. Dr. Ravi, thank you very much for joining us. We have a small token of appreciation. I will call upon Francis Kaidar, the chairman of Bahrain Media City, to give away the token.
The 16th branch of Megamart and Macromart supermarkets in Bahrain has opened in Sahala. The best offers are available to the customers at affordable rates. Everyone is welcome. During and around the opening day, a variety of fish including salmon, meat and dairy products, roastery, frozen items, food and non-food items, groceries, fruits and vegetables, electronics, garments and ready-to-eat food items are available to the customers at affordable rates. Hearty welcome to all. Megamart and Macromart, your favorite shopping destination.